Let's start with something interesting. 6 strangest creatures ever found in the deep ocean. Number 6. Deep sea dragonfish. The invisible hunter. It hunts with light no other creature can see. Miles beneath the surface, in the midnight zone where sunlight has never reached, the deep sea dragonfish moves through darkness like a shadow with teeth. Its body is long and slender, almost eel-like, but its head is armed with sharp, transparent fangs that curve inward like glass daggers. Those teeth aren't just sharp, they're nearly invisible. Unlike most animals, whose teeth reflect light, the dragonfish's fangs are transparent. In a world where even the smallest glint could reveal your position, invisibility matters. But its strangest weapon isn't its teeth, it's its light. As most deep-sea creatures use blue bioluminescence because blue light travels farthest in water. Predators and prey alike can see it. But certain species of dragonfish produce red bioluminescent light, something almost no other deep-sea animal can detect. It's like carrying a flashlight only you can see. The dragonfish uses this hidden red beam to illuminate prey without being noticed. To its victims, the water remains black. To the dragonfish, targets glow in secret. It also has glowing organs under its eyes that produce blue light, possibly used to counter-illuminate, blending its silhouette with faint light from above to avoid detection. Its body is dark, nearly black, absorbing stray light. Barbel-like appendages hang from its chin, tipped with glowing lures that attract curious prey closer. It doesn't chase endlessly. It waits. It glows. It strikes. The deep ocean rewards subtlety over strength. Speed is expensive. Energy is precious. The dragonfish evolved not just to survive the darkness, but to weaponize it. Transparent teeth, invisible red light, a body built for stealth. In the deep sea, the strangest creatures aren't always the largest. Sometimes they are the ones no one sees coming. And the dragonfish hunts in darkness, with its own private sun. Number 5. Goblin shark. The goblin shark looks like a prehistoric nightmare that refused to go extinct. Living hundreds of meters below the surface, this deep-sea predator is often called a living fossil. Its lineage dates back over 125 million years, meaning it swam through ancient oceans long before humans ever existed, and it still looks like it belongs to another era. Its most unsettling feature is its snout, long, flat, and blade-like, stretching out like a pointed spear. But the real horror lies in its mouth. The goblin shark's jaws can launch forward. Unlike most sharks, whose jaws stay relatively fixed, the goblin shark has highly protrusible jaws attached by elastic ligaments. When it detects prey, the jaws shoot outward in a rapid snapping motion, grabbing fish or squid before retracting just as quickly. It's one of the fastest jaw strikes in the ocean. In the darkness of the deep sea, speed matters. So does detection. The goblin shark's elongated snout is packed with electroreceptors, specialized organs that detect tiny electrical signals emitted by other animals. In near-total darkness, it doesn't rely on sight alone. It senses life through electricity. Its skin is pale pink, almost translucent because deep sea pressure and low light reduce the need for pigmentation. Blood vessels beneath the skin give it that eerie coloration. Goblin sharks typically live at depths of 300 to 1,200 meters, where sunlight barely penetrates. Few humans ever see them alive. Most encounters happen when deep-sea fishing nets accidentally drag them to the surface. They aren't aggressive toward humans. They don't need to be. Everything about them is already alien. Long snout, slingshot jaws, translucent skin, a predator engineered for darkness. The deep ocean hides creatures that seem imagined rather than evolved. The goblin shark proves evolution sometimes creates monsters, and then leaves them waiting in the dark. Number 4. Anglerfish. It carries its own light into the darkness. Miles below the surface, and on where sunlight has never existed, the anglerfish waits. The deep ocean at these depths is silent, cold, and almost completely black. There is no sunrise, no horizon, just pressure and darkness. And then there is the glow. Extending from the anglerfish's forehead is a thin rod of flesh tipped with a bioluminescent bulb. This glowing lure is produced by symbiotic bacteria living inside it. The fish can adjust the brightness, flicker it, move it slowly back and forth. It doesn't chase prey, it invites it. Small fish and crustaceans, drawn toward the only visible light in the void, swim closer. In the darkness, that glow looks like hope. And then the mouth opens. The anglerfish's jaws are enormous compared to its body. Long, needle-like teeth curve inward, preventing escape. Its stomach can stretch to swallow prey nearly its own size. In a world where food is scarce, every opportunity must be seized. But the strangest part isn't the lure, it's reproduction. In some deep-sea anglerfish species, males are tiny, sometimes 1/10 the size of females. When a male finds a female, he bites into her body. Instead of separating, he fuses with her permanently. His tissues merge with hers. His bloodstream connects to hers. Over time, he loses his eyes, his organs, even his independence. He becomes nothing more than a living reproductive appendage, attached, dependent, forever. In the deep ocean, finding a mate is rare. Fusion guarantees reproduction when opportunity appears. The anglerfish is not built for beauty. It is built for survival in absolute darkness. A glowing lure, expandable jaws, parasitic mating. In the deep sea, evolution doesn't care about elegance, and it cares about efficiency. And the anglerfish is proof that in a world without light, monsters learn to make their own. Number 3. Zombie worm, the bone eater. It doesn't have a mouth, it doesn't have a stomach. And yet, it eats bones. Deep on the ocean floor, where whale carcasses sink after death, something waits. When the massive body finally settles into the darkness, scavengers arrive first. Sharks tear flesh, crabs strip muscle. Fish take what they can. And then, when only skeleton remains, the zombie worms appear. Scientifically known as Osedax, these strange creatures were discovered in 2002. Their name literally means bone devourer. They anchor themselves into whale bones using root-like structures that burrow deep into the skeleton. They don't chew, they don't bite, they dissolve. Thus, inside their bodies live symbiotic bacteria capable of breaking down the lipids trapped within bone. The worms absorb nutrients directly through this bacterial partnership. It's digestion without a digestive system. The strangest part? Only the females are visible. They grow into red, feathery plumes extending from the bone surface. These plumes extract oxygen from the water. The males are microscopic, tiny organisms living inside the female's gelatinous tube, existing only to reproduce. A colony can cover an entire whale skeleton, quietly, slowly, transforming solid bone into nutrients. In the deep sea, where food is scarce and unpredictable, nothing goes to waste. Whale falls create entire ecosystems that can last decades. Zombie worms are part of that final stage, recycling what even scavengers leave behind. They don't hunt. They don't chase. They wait for death. Then they bloom. No jaws, no eyes, no traditional organs, just bacteria, bone, and survival. The zombie worm doesn't look dramatic at first glance, but its existence changes how we understand deep-sea ecosystems. Even in total darkness, even after death, life continues, feeding on what remains. Proof that in the deep ocean, evolution found a way to eat the impossible. Number 2. Frilled shark. It looks like something pulled straight out of a prehistoric ocean. The frilled shark isn't sleek like a great white. It doesn't have the familiar torpedo shape most sharks do. Instead, its body is long and eel-like, stretching up to 2 meters in length, with a serpentine movement that feels ancient, because it is. What's often called a living fossil, the frilled shark's lineage dates back around 80 million years. Its design has barely changed since the age of dinosaurs. And its mouth? That's where it becomes unsettling. The frilled shark has over 300 needle-sharp teeth arranged in 25 rows. Each tooth is trident-shaped, perfectly designed to grip slippery prey like squid and deep-sea fish. Once something is caught, escape is nearly impossible. Unlike fast-swimming predators, the frilled shark doesn't rely on speed. It moves slowly through depths of 500 to 1,500 meters, conserving energy. When prey comes close, it lunges forward in a sudden, snake-like strike. Its name comes from the 6 pairs of frilled gill slits lining its throat. These frills give it a strange, almost decorative appearance, like a ruffled collar around a serpent's neck. Its dark brown body blends into the endless black of the deep ocean. There is no need for bright coloration in a place without sunlight. Reproduction is just as unusual. Frilled sharks are believed to have one of the longest gestation periods of any vertebrate, possibly over 3 years. In the deep sea, survival takes patience. Encounters with frilled sharks are rare. Most are brought to the surface accidentally in deep-sea fishing nets, where their ancient features shock even seasoned researchers. They aren't monsters, but they look like myths. Long body, rows of teeth, prehistoric design unchanged for millions of years. In the deep ocean, evolution doesn't always update. Sometimes it preserves. And the frilled shark swims through modern seas like a reminder from another age, a predator built for darkness that time forgot to replace. Number 1. Barreleye fish. What kind of creature has a transparent head and eyes that rotate inside it? Deep in the ocean, far below sunlight, lives one of the strangest fish ever discovered, the barreleye fish. At first glance, it looks almost unreal. Its body is small and dark, but the top of its head is completely transparent, like a living glass dome. Inside that dome are its eyes, not where you expect them. The 2 bright green shapes that look like eyes on the front of its face aren't eyes at all. They're actually nostrils. The real eyes sit inside the clear head, pointing upward like twin green tubes. Why? Because in the deep ocean, survival depends on spotting shadows above. The barreleye fish lives between 600 and 800 meters below the surface, a region known as the twilight zone, and very little sunlight reaches this depth. Most light comes from faint bioluminescence, or dim rays filtering down from above. Predators and prey often appear as silhouettes against the faint glow overhead. The barreleye's upward-facing tubular eyes are incredibly sensitive to light. They allow the fish to detect the faint outlines of jellyfish and other small creatures drifting above. But here's where it gets stranger. For years, scientists believed the eyes were fixed in place, always pointing upward. Then, using advanced deep-sea cameras, researchers observed something unexpected. The eyes rotate. When the fish feeds, its eyes can shift forward inside its transparent head, allowing it to focus on prey directly in front of it. The clear dome protects those delicate eyes from the stinging tentacles of jellyfish, one of its primary food sources. This creature isn't monstrous. It's precise. Engineered by evolution for darkness, pressure, and survival in near-total blackness. The deep ocean hides thousands of strange forms, but few look as otherworldly as a fish with a see-through head and rotating eyes. A living reminder that, in the deep sea, reality often looks like science fiction.